will this either happen with BitClout.com or with another group starting their own .com that's like the better version with more functionality, and then that version has all of the AI in it?
The AI.
Well, there's going to be AI required to filter out all of this information and categorize it and feed it to the right, places where people want it to go.
Sure, yeah.
And I've even spoken to a project that's already doing that. Because, when I saw this, I'm thinking, okay, well, in order for people to curate, it has to be an AI driven thing, because it can't possibly be done at scale without, either tens or hundreds of thousands of people that then are arbiters, or some sort of AI that's providing this filter that you want to see what you want to see.
Yeah.
And I mean, what's your view on that? I don't even know what to ask you about that, but I mean, what's your thoughts?
Sure. Yeah, I think the AI is necessary. It's a bigger question about how this will evolve. There's a couple 100,000 users today in BitClout that have registered. A subset of those are active. A subset of those are daily actives. 30, 40,000, 20,000 daily active users. So it's still pretty small. But if you think about okay, what happens when there's 1 billion people registered on BitClout that have a wallet, have some balance, maybe they own a creator coin or two. They're in the blockchain, and then that user sort of has a passport to be portable between any of the nodes, whatever those nodes choose to operate, and what will those nodes build? There will be a lot of copycat nodes of the existing BitClout.com, because it doesn't take that much imagination just to sort of build a better clone. But I think what's interesting is sort of what shapes does that take? One thought I've heard is capitalism versus communism. If BitClout is this sort of ultra capitalistic monetization first platform, you could imagine another node built on top of blockchain that doesn't surface prices. It could be more gifting oriented. It could be more of a flat hierarchy that doesn't rank posts by clout, that basically strips away the clout. You could imagine another node, which people have talked about, the risks of the clout price on teenagers and kids who may equate that with self-worth. You could imagine another node that's more kid-friendly. If you think about Club Penguin back in the day, Disney acquired, or any of the Minecraft and Roblox, these kind of kid-safe versions. And those might be more gaming-oriented. They could be more educational-oriented. It's anything that the only limitation is really, I should say there's sort of two elements to it too, right? You could imagine building Roblox on top of BitClout. What would that mean? It would mean that your username, your sort of if you have posts or follows, live on the chain. The entire game and the experience lives off chain. And so there's sort of this interplay where, and maybe some of the the items in game map to effectively a creator coin. If you make an item, you're effectively making a new profile with the creator coin attached, and maybe you can sell that in the game. So the monetization is really cool, and I think just a Twitter clone is the most obvious thing, but it's sort of like we're going to Mars here, and there's no private ownership of the land, and we don't really know what the soil is made out of and how well the atmosphere is going to perform, and people just start building sort of all these random different types of habitats, and we're not really sure how it's gonna go.